Hello and welcome. I'm Congresswoman Jennifer Wexton, and I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I'm proud to stand alongside so many remarkable advocates for better brain health to introduce the harmonizing environmental analyses and launching therapeutic hubs to yield bolstered research and innovation in Neurological Science Act, or, if you prefer a simpler name, the Healthy Brains Act. Ali was diagnosed with young onset Parkinson's disease at 47 years old. She has been a nonprofit fund. I can no longer give the same kind of impassioned, impromptu speeches during debates on the floor or in committee hearings. This very impressive AI recreation of my voice does the public speaking for me now. So yes, I know much more about the intricacies of the brain and brain health than I ever cared to. But what I and we collectively do not know enough about is why. It's the first question that many of us ask after we get a diagnosis of something like PSP. Why is this happening? Why me? That's why we're here today. Because we don't have good enough answers to why these brain diseases, not just my PSP, but Parkinson's, ALS, MS, and more, occur. Association and I am ALS for their support of this important bipartisan legislation. As I believe many of you will agree, our ideal tool to fight these kinds of diseases is prevention. And that's the end goal of Healthy Brains. This bill seeks to better understand the why of how people like me get these types of diseases. One area where we have much more work to do is understanding the impacts of environmental factors. Existing research shows that many of these neurodegenerative diseases may have significant environmental risk factors, including from exposure to toxic substances, pure PSP. I'd like to thank them as well as all of the organizations represented here today, including the American Academy. The Healthy Brains Act would ramp up research into the environmental risks for neurodegenerative diseases by directing the National Institutes of Health to establish collaborative centers for neurodegenerative disease environmental research to conduct and support basic, applied, and clinical research on the effects of environmental risk factors. These centers could also help us pursue new goals on this front, like a nationwide neurodegenerative disease data system, creating a clearinghouse to facilitate and enhance knowledge of relevant environmental risk factors, or providing training and educational opportunities to foster a national focus on environmental risk factors of neurodegenerative diseases.